This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Yes, sir. Big ups to all the children of the divine light. I mean, Karen, music, please. Big ups to all the Karens out there. They keep the PD in business.
The Self Love Show, giving you more than vitamins and minerals. Food for your soul, information and plans integral to making your mind grow. With more growth and development, BS is irrelevant to the intelligent. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is what we represent. It's the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. We do it for our people. The Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show. To expose and no equal. The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. We wordsmith 9 mil. The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. You know how the story go. It's the Self Love Show.
Yeah, buddy. That, in fact, it is the Self Love Show. Welcome to another edition right here on TATN. As we say, this ain't that network. This ain't Fox. This ain't MSNBC. This ain't CNN. This ain't ESPN. This is TATN. And it's a spot where we captivate, where we explore captivating topics. Thank you, Karen. That expand our community's minds and ignite our curiosities out there. I'm one guy, I'm deep in the rabbit hole. Ain't no going back. Deep in the rabbit hole. This is one of the co-hosts, 9 Millie. All praise to the ancestors who shield us and protect us and give us knowledge, information, and overstanding. Big ups to the Most High, sits there and observes without judgment. Like the way you might watch your children play with each other. One might smack one and you still love them both. You should. You should. And my beloved late Mama Sky, I'm always missing you. Every second of this eternal now or the present. Welcome to today's episode of our pod. Tonight we're going to delve into the intriguing and multifaceted world of Elon the Peon Musk and his influence on modern culture and technology. In recent years, Elon has captured headlines with innovative ventures, end quote, from Tesla's electric cars to SpaceX's groundbreaking space exploration, which I have a video. I saw one of his rockets yesterday, and there were orbs following it. We'll show you that later today if you got the patience to stick around. But perhaps one of the most unexpected turns in his career has been his endorsement and promotion of DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency. And ironically, or coincidentally, that's the cryptocurrency that he was yapping about. So I don't know. Nobody's talking about that. All right. And we're going to explore his tweets. He and Donald Trump and Fiddy, they sit up all night apparently tweeting about all types of stuff on X. Some of his public statements have impacted cryptocurrency world, our political diaspora, our elections, things of this nature, potentially. I mean, he's a billionaire. I don't know, super rich. You know, he cares about the people. He's from South Africa. Okay. Next, we'll tackle a topic that's as controversial as it is critical, and that's the rise of fascist ideologies in contemporary American society, with increasing political polarizations and the spread of misinformation. It's essential to understand the signs and dangers of fascism. We'll define that for you later. We'll discuss its historical roots, how it manifests in today's American society, and the importance of remaining vigilant against threats to this republic and our individual freedoms as children of the divine light. Our goal is to provide listeners with a comprehensive understanding of fascism and how to recognize it and defeat it. Back in the day, they used to drag them out of those mansions and burn everything down. Finally, we'll take a closer look at the man behind the headlines, Elon Musk himself. Who is he? Really? Who the F is he? Is he a visionary genius, a shrewd businessman, and or a controversial figure who thrives on stirring the pot? We'll examine his background, his motivations, and the driving forces. We're not going to say it's the TATN behind his many ventures. By the end of tonight's episode, you'll have a deeper insight into the complexities of Elon Musk and the broader implications of his actions on the global stage. So, whip out your self-love vision at the end and get your 10 hats. And don't forget to like, subscribe, repost, and share this discussion with your loved ones and friends. This is the Self Love Show, and this is the revolution. Big ups to Kendrick Lamar. And the revolution will not be on YouTube. These are lessons, not lectures. We're live and in living color. Today is Tuesday, 2/11/2025 at approximately 7:08 in the second city. And as always, you cats can be anywhere and at any time in this magnanimous multiverse. But thankfully, we all chose to be here together. That's right. Here together. What down, brother Wordsmith? What you manifesting today, sir?
Man, you know me. You know how we do. Manifesting love, my brother. What you manifesting?
Ditto, good brother. Pure, magnificent, unfettered, unfiltered. Some say harsh, others say tough. But I'll tell you, it's self-love just the same, good brother.
No doubt. No doubt at all.
What's been going on in your neck of the shy, bro, since we last jumped off the show?
Been going down in the town. You know how it is, shy. You know, weather has not been bad, so some bad things didn't happen.
Oh, yeah, those trigger fingers are thawing out a little bit.
Yeah, in South Shore.
Yeah. Y'all stop the violence. It's not cute. It's not smart. Well, it's all divine order.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's all
supposed
perfect
to be, but
yeah.
you know.
But I think if this is a simulation or whatever it is, if it is divine order, it's also divine order for us to sit here and say, what? Stop that.
Stop that out there.
Yeah.
Can get
Yeah.
one person to stop that.
Yeah, stop that, y'all. All right. What to expect in today's episode on the Self Love Show. We always kick it off with our quote of the day. We got a great one for you. And then we run a short video. It's like 50 seconds. It's the More Growth and Development Program. That's More Growth and Development Program. That's what our platform is. And then we got some tattoo tyranny we're going to unpack for you. And then we got something Brother Wordsmith probably didn't see, but it's right there in his backyard in the city of Chicago we're going to unpack. Then, of course, your mind is a terrible thing to waste, according to the NAACP, who weren't using their minds when they had a Karen in charge of everything. It's one thing if you hired a Karen, you know she's a Karen. All right. But your mind's a terrible thing to waste. All right. And if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. So we're gonna the riddle's already pinned in the chat. Matriculate. If you guys got guests, please, if you think you know what the key is, type it in the chat and say this is the answer to the riddle. Otherwise, you know, I'm not going to know what's going on. I don't think Brother Wordsmith's going to know what's going on. Brother Wordsmith will give you the answer at the end of the show. All right. If you're patient enough and if you haven't figured it out for yourself, if someone in the chat figures it out, I'll tell you if you're right away. You don't have to wait. There's that. All right. And if Brother Wordsmith doesn't figure it out, then I'll give you the answer at the very end. Of course, the topic is Elon the Peon Musk coins Doge. See what I did? Nobody's talking about Dogecoin anymore. And then all of a sudden we're talking about Doge. Is this a marketing sham? Fascism. Who is he? Everybody, please smash that like button. Let's get your people in here. No, Brother Wordsmith. No. All right. Let's get the people in here. And then we wrap it up with my personal favorite part of the whole shebang, and that's when Brother Wordsmith, he's gonna, pull knowledge out of the ether. Okay. And summarize today's program right there. Off the top of his dome and a bit of prose. So that's always special. Let me ask you a philosophical question. Does what you do now in the eternal now, so does what you do right now predict your future or dictate your past?
It's all happening at the same time, so.
And that's for the chat too. Go ahead, bro.
It's kind of neither. It's cemented into now.
You're the first person to say neither. I've had people say this on both sides, and some say both. But go ahead. That's the universe. But go ahead.
Yeah. It's all affected by the now. I mean,
it's all now.
Yes, that's the whole thing.
All right. So for people who are saying, yeah, what I do today, I do 100 push-ups, I'll be strong tomorrow or in the future. Okay. All right. I'm going to prove how the now, what Brother Wordsmith is tuning into. I'm just gonna do a thought experiment. Right? I just snap my fingers in the now. Right? So that's dictating my past. What I do now is creating a historic Cossack record of the past, has nothing to do with the imaginary future. Right? If I slap myself right now, I'm going to have a memory of, oh man, I slapped myself. It's weird, but I don't think there's no right answer to that. But that's a mind-blowing wobbler. And I think, again, the whole universe is a like superposition. Yes. Yeah. We're all, and we're individual quantum states. The whole universe is a quantum state, and we're a quantum state.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm going to start a club, Self. I don't know if it's going to be a dancing club, probably a cigar shop, and I'm going to call it the Scroller Club. You like that? You like that? Maybe a book club for brothers. All right. All right.
They got rid of it, so I mean,
Hey, it's a good point.
Fair game, right?
Yeah, that'll blow up in the city, boy. All right. So we did what to expect. All right, I went on my little rant there that wasn't scheduled. And so, all right, announcements, fella.
Man, save the dates. Ancestor Echoes. June 20th to the 22nd. It's going down. Y'all know how we do. If you don't, then shame on you.
No, it ain't going through down.
And it's gonna be fabulous.
And it ain't going down, it's going up.
Yeah.
It's going all the way up. I had me and wifey, we had just a spectacular time, recalibrate your brain, connect you to those ancestors out there. I even saw something out there. So, it's a beautiful experience, but I know they're in a different place, but it'll still be wherever it's at is where it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's the case, because might be back at the other place. We'll see.
All right, divine order. All right, enough of my yapping. If there's anybody out there, Elon Musk fans, let me know. We can drop the link if you got something you want to say. If you got any personal experience with Elon, let us know. Pull up, all right, pull up, or you can type it in the chat. You can pop up and say what you got to say. Me, I feel like I'm biased here. I'm going to be more opposed to Elon. I don't know Brother Wordsmith's stance. We'll see where he is on this because he's a simulation theory guy, and I've been warming up to it. But enough of my yapping. Turn it over to this brother and handle his business.
Right, y'all. Y'all know how the story go. We breaking down Elon Musk. What this is all about. As always, we have a very important video, Silverback More Growth and Development platform, which we're building a Safe Love Nation off of. But before that, we have the Self Love Show quote of the day. Always happens. Fascism is not in itself a new order of society. It is the future refusing to be born. Fascism is not in itself a new order of society. It is the future refusing to be born. Nurian Bevin. Silverback More Growth and Development Platform. Number one, repair our nation via reparations. We demand our silver back. Number two, to connect our breadwinners with our activists. And three, show an accurate depiction of African American Chi-Town. 4, to shine a light on positive influence. 5, heal our community one person at a time. 6, to provide an unfiltered platform for our influencers. 7, recycle the black dollar. 8, to provide mentors for the mentorless. 9, to close the gap between us and our pink kinsmen.
And number 10, protect our women, children, and ourselves by any and all means necessary.
Absolutely.
In case you missed last week's episode of the Self Love Show, we covered our riveting series, 187 Bars. Unfortunately, it's volume 19. It's our Dead Rapper series. Rest up to the children of light, divine light. The ascent and transition of Juice World, genius, the legend. Huh?
I learned a lot. Man,
Yeah.
I suggest you go check it out. Check it out.
Facts. All right, we got a warm-up poll question here. It's on the thing. Maybe I'll drop a link to the poll into the chat if I can figure that out. All right, warm-up poll question. Who's Elon Musk? And then in parentheses, in your mind. In your mind. It's going to be tough to ward off the programming. There's been a lot of marketing on his behalf. He's got a lot of money to market and shape your brain. He owns X. There's a lot of stuff in the media on both sides. On both sides. Good about him, bad about him, stuff on the internet. In your mind, who's Elon Musk? Option number 1, I don't know what's in his heart. Yeah, I don't know. Option number 2, a fascist oligarch. Option number 3, a patriot. That's right. Good for the United States. Good for us. I mean, he's working for the government. He's right-hand man to the president. And option number 4, unsure. I'm rubbing my bum on the fence. I can tell you guys one thing. No one has selected they're rubbing their bum on the fence so far. I'll just say that. We'll let you know what me and Brother Wordsmith voted on that anonymous poll. You guys don't have to tell anyone who you voted for. But just give us the data, right? So,
Yeah, why not? Help
yeah.
the algorithm. Put us in front of more people.
Yeah, and we're going to do a data show where we're going to go through all of these polls and we're going to analyze the data, put it in our quantum computers up there in our mind out there. See what this is all coming to. Because everything is for a reason. Nothing. I've come to discover self. Nothing is inconsequential in this universe.
Nope.
Nothing.
Everything is connected. It's all energy and frequency.
It could be a little thing like you saying good morning and smiling at a person. That goes up in your Cosmic record. Man, a lot to that person in a way. You never know the ripple of it.
Right. It goes out. The energy goes out, and
100%. The observer loves it.
out there. And
yeah.
Affects a lot more than you think out there. It's all connected.
It's good for ratings for the observer. And this is a big TV show. All right, we got some tattoo tyranny, bro. Man, did you hear about the savage hit and run in LA, bro?
Oh no.
Last week?
No, I'll pretty much be unplugged most of the time.
And it was local feed. Didn't go national yet. Should have. Fair use. This is from KCAL News. Savage hit and run. Savage.
Heartbreak in Orange County tonight. A 19-year-old killed in an alleged hit and run. The suspect, an LAPD sergeant. KCAL News assignment editor Mike Rogers at the desk now. Mike, this case takes an even more unbelievable turn.
Yeah, Pat, this really is a very, very strange case. We've been working on it all day, and we just heard from the family of the man that was killed. You'll hear from them in just a second. But I want to talk to you about this LAPD sergeant that was arrested for this. The Tustin Police Department arrested him for murder, but we've learned about a very troubling past, including the fact that he has been out on a warrant for 12 years. We're talking about, you're seeing on your screen right there, a previous DUI conviction. In 2011, he was convicted of DUI, misdemeanor DUI in Orange County. In that case, he pleaded no contest. In agreement to plead no contest, he was ordered to serve 129 hours of community service. We have learned he never served those 129 hours. I've gone through the court records. He has been in a warrant status since 2012. All the while still serving on the LAPD, still an active LAPD sergeant. In fact, according to the LA Times, he was arrested at LAPD's Newton Station after this alleged DUI hit and run crash in Tustin over the weekend that left a 19-year-old dead. Pat, tonight I was able to get some images and pictures and video of that 19-year-old. You're looking at it on a screen here. His family tells me he went out for a walk that night. Last thing he told his stepdad was, "I love you, I'll be right back." His family says he never came home after that crash. The LAPD sergeant is accused, but not yet charged, of hitting him. That's how we found out about this whole story. He was arrested by the Tustin Police Department. The Orange County DA rejected the case, saying they want more evidence before they move forward with any kind of prosecution. Now, when I called the DA's office, they said he was in court. And I said, well, how can that be if you haven't charged him yet? They said because he was in a probation violation, because he was technically on probation at the time of his 2011 DUI conviction. And again, prosecutors and court records confirm he never did the community service he was ordered to do and has had an active warrant for his arrest since 2012. More than 10 years he has been wanted for this case while serving with the LAPD. Tonight, I had a chance to ask his mom, his stepdad, how they feel about all of these developments.
If he's a cop, he's supposed to be protecting the people. Instead, he took my son's life. What kind of person is he? I don't understand. I mean, if he had Or what you said is that he had a previous record or what he did. How come he's still running around the street?
Tonight, we did reach out to the LAPD. Jim McDonald, the new chief of the LAPD, said, quote, "There is no tolerance for criminal behavior within this department, and I want to assure the community that we will continue to cooperate with the Tustin Police Department and the Orange County District Attorney's Office as their investigation continues." Pat, the big question tonight, how was this officer, or sergeant rather, who had an active warrant for his arrest for 10 plus years, able to still serve in the department without anybody knowing? Well, we looked into it a little bit. Privacy laws almost prohibit LAPD from running warrant checks on their department employees without a valid reason. So really, it seems like it might fall back on the Orange County Probation Department, who in theory is responsible for following up on people that have been sentenced after a court case. I did reach out to the Orange County Probation Office to figure out how this fell off their radar and how an LAPD sergeant, who obviously they knew where he was on the department of his, on the job for his first arrest back in 2011, how they didn't go after him in all of those 10 plus years. We've not heard back, Pat. We're going to continue to follow up with them, regardless, though, a family without their 19-year-old son tonight.
Yeah, so tragic, Mike. But yeah, that question certainly needs to be answered.
Right.
All right, thank you.
He might have been working already.
Yeah, he was. He's been on there for over 12 years. It's a sergeant. But the thing is, no, to your point, you can't be a rideshare driver without them running your background every 6 months to make sure you haven't gotten in any shenanigans. This guy's driving around. He could be drunk driving around. He's got a
in uniform, in a car,
yes,
police
got
car.
a penchant for DUI. And yes, and they say, they can't run background checks on officers. It's the union stuff without probable cause. And Orange County didn't call the sheriff in LA County and say, bring this guy in.
Right. It's ridiculous. Good old boys get old boy.
See what we say about divine order, though? Whatever's done in the dark, it's a shame somebody's got to lose their life for all this to be exposed.
That's the fucked up part about it.
And rest is so. I mean, is it? It's all divine order, bro. Come to that conclusion.
But still, the family that has to deal with it, not the individual who,
all divine order. It's all for a reason.
It's
big
all
beautiful
for a reason, man.
Big beautiful reason. Nothing that happens under the sun is effed up. That's what I've discovered recently. All right. But yeah, is that tyranny?
Absolutely.
We get tyranny.
Absolutely tyranny. I mean, how could it not be? Because,
Big up YQL. That's par for the course, according to YQL. Doesn't shock him one bit.
It's not shocking, but it's still bullshit. I mean, according to the laws, the way the system's supposed to run and all of that.
Yeah, but you heard the chief. They don't tolerate that. This guy's working for them for 12 years. They don't tolerate that. All right. We got another one we're going to run, then we're going to get on topic, you guys. Please like, share, subscribe, smash that thumbs up. You can go to the community tab too and chime in on that poll we just put up. And I'm going to dig for the link while we're running this one. It speaks for itself. Big ups to Karen.
A dog in Turkey stuns workers at a veterinary clinic in Istanbul by carrying her puppy to their door to ask for help.
The dog, named Mom by the veterinarians, came to their clinic door this week clutching her lifeless puppy in her mouth. The tech initially believed that the puppy was dead. However, the vet detected a faint heartbeat, gave it a shot of adrenaline, then warmed the puppy with a hairdryer. Mom remained nearby, occasionally checking in on her baby. The vet believes Mom may have known about this clinic by following members of the community who rescued her other puppy and then brought it there. Amazing story. And if you're furrowing your brow saying impossible, I will just say on a personal note, as a child, we moved about 15 miles from one house to another. Our cat got out accidentally, and a month later showed up at our former house 15 miles away. Animals are capable of amazing things.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
But that's amazing that she knew to do that.
The
Walk
mama's
right
love,
to the
right?
door.
Yeah. Anything for you.
Yo. Because, man. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really ever think about reincarnation toward into animals or whatever, but there are some animals that seem to, like
Do
they've been human,
incredible stuff.
like they've been human before, and
Man, they're doing it.
they know
Bro,
what the fuck to do.
that was mind-blowing, man. Completely mind-blowing, bro. This is you got to expand your consciousness. This is a consciousness thing. Not you, but people. We have to expand our consciousness. To your point, when you're talking about dogs and humans and reincarnation, to this and that, if it's all one consciousness, guess what? You can come back as you can be whatever you want to be on this planet.
That's true. Whatever you decide, that's for sure.
That is amazing. And that the vet was able to use some sort of cockamamie way to.
Man, I've seen like wild animals show up
Uh-huh.
and
That's
harass
crazy.
people until they follow them.
Yes, yes.
And they save part of their crew.
Yes. Yes.
Man.
Pull an animal out of the water or something was stuck. Yeah.
Motherfucker stuck in a fence and all this shit or whatever.
And then back to the vet. It's all about intent. They've proven self that even scientists, and I used to think this when I was at Drop Dead Gorgeous William H. Ray School and at DDE in lab class and at University of Illinois, the intent. I always thought about that. You had to write your hypothesis and all of that. It seems like the observer's intent affects the data.
Oh, absolutely. Because we're co-creators in this simulation. Period.
Now that was amazing, bro. Now that, to your points of that, I don't know how to explain it, but that happened allegedly. Now, allegedly. Topic: Elon Musk coins Doge coins, huh? Fascism. Who is he out there? We had some chatter out there. Wakil said,
So maybe he coined it. That motherfucker take credit for a lot of shit he didn't do.
yeah, like PayPal. They knew he actually works for them other people and he feels nobody could touch him.
Yeah. And Tesla for that matter.
He was cavalier, still driving around Orange County, wasn't he? If he got pulled over, he had that warrant in Orange County, boy. Probably live out there and ain't supposed to.
Wasn't gonna ask him shit. You know what I mean? Who's gonna identify a sergeant?
Yeah, it should be in that license plate reader. That's where they get Pookie and Ray
all
Ray.
that shit, man. It should be,
He probably didn't have a car registered in his name. And they didn't charge him because he's smart. He didn't talk. They don't have evidence. They probably got the evidence that it's his car, but there's no evidence that it's him. And if you're a Pookie or a Ray Ray, they put you in there with that public defender. Yeah, they got it. You might as well plea out.
Man, they know what you did, man.
Yeah, and if it ain't you, it's gonna be your wife. They're gonna come for somebody gotta go for this.
You might as well go on ahead and plead out because
I got a stack load of cases. I don't get
they got you. No, it ain't even about that. They got you.
Dead center. But they come in there with a pile of casework, always disheveled and running around like little slaves. All right. I don't know. I feel like we deviated. Elon Musk coins Doge, as we said. All right, let's get to the dome teaser. This is the riddle du jour, you guys, the riddle of the day. And no, you're close, but no, your guess. I orbit close, but I'm not a planet. A visionary's dream, you'll never forget it. By tweets and memes, my value is seen. What am I in the tech world's scene? What am I in the tech world's scene? All right, you guys. Let's see stuff. Righty there, you guys. Even international. That's bigger than all of us. So satellite is not correct. And Brother Wordsmith said X, and his first thing was Elon, and those aren't correct. So I'm sure you guys can't I'm sure, see if we can't figure this out together using the universal ether, maybe plucking it into my mind and solving it. But you guys are simmering, but no. All right. All right. Enough of the appetizers out there, fella.
Let's quench the self-love nation's thirst.
All right. I'm not sure if Karen queued up any type of promo video, and I'm pretty sure Karen did not.
No.
Okay. I'm on the wrong thing anyway. All right. So Self Luv Show production. All right, let's go ahead and hop to it. Okay. All right. Rick H. Okay. Dempsey Dent said Skylink. No. But you guys are all on it because it's right there in front of you guys' face. But I like this too. ChatGPT came over one. I'm like, give me another one. And it gave me this one. I was like, whoa. All right. If Rick H, big ups to Dempsey Dent and Rick H. If Elon does that salute near my mom, he'd better start running. She's a literal V1 bombing survivor and saw his salute on her iPad. She was rescued from a hole in her roof by ARP wardens. Let's and big ups to your mom. Big ups to your mom. He's talking about that he never apologized for. When Elon came out there at the Donald Trump inauguration, President 45.6. Would that be right, Zep? He was 45 and he's 47, right?
Yeah, 45 and 47.
So what's in between that? 45.6? 45 and 47 is 2.
Well,
I got you. It would be 46 and we can't do that.
And that right.
Right.
That was a whole other.
Yeah. Yeah, he came out there, bro, and did the salute and had the thumb tucked. Did it 2 or 3 times before he started saying, my heart goes out to you. And you think if he's a genius and cared about his branding, Self-Love said Neuralink. That's not it. All right. This is a good one. All right. But if he's a genius, I mean, seriously, bro, all the people around him, nobody, come on, bro. I don't even want to do it on here. You know what I'm saying? He did the 88 salute. He sure did, bro. In front of the world.
Yeah, you're not gonna get any reaction out of me from that, because that's exactly what he did.
And you just imagine, put in your mind's eye if Kyrie Irving did that. Or Farrakhan. The whole world would have blew up.
I mean, he's a South African.
Thanks.
He's put on.
And he came through Canada, just like Kamala.
Yeah, I mean,
right. Well, let's go. No, we're right there. You're right there where we need to be. You just said he's a South African. So let's run through this. He was born June 28th, 1971 in Pretoria in South Africa. His brother Wordsmith said he spent his early years in Pretoria, which is one of the country's 3 most racist cities. 3 capital cities. All right. So that's where he came up with what were some of his early interests and hobbies that you know of, Brother Wordsmith?
Technology and computers, sci-fi.
Yeah, and his dad was an avid sci-fi guy. So yeah, he read a lot of books. He was into sci-fi, to your point, bro. We'll go through the encyclopedias, as I'm sure you did. I did, as an information glutton, as a shorty, and developed a passion for computers and writing code. And many people have said his code is substandard. He's a genius. So
oh yeah, well, he's self-taught. So,
all right.
Anytime you're self-taught, then people that has formal education say it's substandard.
That's a good point. All right. What significant achievement did he accomplish around the age of 12?
I think he made a video game, coded a video game that was bought by a company.
Yep. And it kind of reminds you of Space Invaders. It was very short. I don't even know why they bought it. Seriously, this makes you wonder about, are these guys propped up in front of us? We'll get there when we get to the wacky 10
That's
hat.
like 80, 82, 83. It was a lot of terrible games.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to dig it up. Karen, can you dig that? We're going to dig it up for later. And I'm going to show you. But it was called Blast Star. And he sold it to a computer magazine for approximately $500. So that wet his beak. Said, oh, I could be the richest man in the world, allegedly. I got more money than all the old money who've been controlling, all the 13 families who've been controlling stuff forever and ever. They're probably related. Never mind. How did Elon
related?
how did Elon Musk's family background influence his early life?
Like most people, extremely. He came from a 2-parent home, and his mom was a model, and
Yeah, drop dead gorgeous. And a dietitian. She I saw the pictures. Drop dead gorgeous. She looks like the depiction of Barbie. It's my programming. She's a successful model and dietitian. Go ahead. What is father Errol?
He was an engineer.
Errol, bro. The first time I saw that name was Brother Shavers, and then Is this the second time you've seen that name like that?
Well, I saw, yes, but I heard of that actor or whatever.
I think so. You're right.
Earl, before.
Yeah. Earl B. Dickerson.
No, whatever it is, some Earl.
Big ups, Earl B. Dickerson.
Yeah, huge ups, Earl B. Dickerson.
He was an engineer. Was he a mechanical? He wasn't writing code.
I'm not sure, but the most important thing is that they had the mine. The precious stones mine was the most important.
Oh, the little gemstones.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And a little earlier than that, though. Yeah, you're right, though. Exposed Elon to the world of tech and mechanics. His father's profession got him into that whole intent, that whole mindset, sparking his fascination with these fields from a very young, impressionable age.
Yeah, his field, and along with, because I didn't know he was in the sci-fi too. That makes sense.
Yeah, and he was getting bullied too.
Oh yeah, they said he got bullied.
Said he got bullied. Likes to come out there, which we'll talk about, but he likes to come out there and talk about how he wasn't raised privileged, to Brother Wordsmith's point. He likes to come off like he raised himself up from the bootstrap. His mom is on the cover of magazines over there and raking in money. His dad's, an engineer, for God's sakes.
And owns a mine.
Yeah, well, he invested.
Metals.
Yeah, he invested it. He was an investor. Crystals. I don't know did he own it all?
Yeah.
Wow.
They owned the mine.
So he took advantage of the indigenous people and the lands and wrote lines around it and wrote up papers and gave paper money and then said they own it. Is that how it works? You give paper to people and you write contracts down on paper.
They might not even did that because South Africa. This is South Africa, man.
Generally, that's how it works.
They removed them, 100 years prior, and now they just make laws like they do to us here.
Write it on paper.
Like, wait a minute, what? That's
at least back in the day, they used to write it on sheepskin or chisel it on a brick like in the Flintstones. All right, Eddie Haskell. You know where that's from? Tell me you don't know where the name.
Little Rascals.
No, you're going to get deported. Stuff like that. Ice knock on your door right now, and they're going to deport the shit out of you.
No, they
One
ain't.
of my favorite shows. And it wasn't as a child. I got into it. Yeah, the Beeb. Yeah.
And it was one of them.
You'd have got deported.
No, I wouldn't have. I'd have been like, get off my property.
All right. Rick H. said Werner von Braun. He's ahead of me here, but fine. He said Werner von Braun wrote a sci-fi book featuring a character called the Elon, who was a technocratic leader in a Mars colony. His father knew of Link when he was named, but he had Elon name in the family. Oh, he's a wacky conspiracy theorist, huh?
Well, when the observer observes, things happen.
Well, yeah. And so we're putting a pin in that a little bit, Rick H. We got a whole video talking about that, but my theory, I think he's the reincarnation of one and the same. Werner von Braun. However you say it. Werner, because they won't say Werner. They would say Werner von Braun, I think. I don't know. Speaking these stoics. All right. Yep. So he faced several challenges during his childhood, including being bullied at school. Oh, and the divorce of his parents. So they went through a divorce. Despite these difficulties, he allegedly remained focused on his interests and continued to pursue the passion for technology and innovation. Can we take any of that away from him? Are you okay with that?
I think he might have wrote this biography that you're writing. He's got it put out there, you know.
I wish we can get a couple of alleged bullies on this show, huh? Why were you knocking them out? Because they never talk about that.
Did it happen?
I don't know, but if they were getting bullied,
All
I
right.
was just I was getting bullied, you know what I mean? Maybe you was running around doing the stuff you're doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a different way.
Without the money.
So yeah, his dad was running the that's a good point, Self. That was his business. He owned it. You're right. Karen's got a video. She's gonna play here right quick. Hey y'all, big ups to Karen. She said she's gonna start a channel soon.
Huge.
Calling 12.
Calling 12. That's gonna be a hit.
Ain't that gonna be a hit? Karen's calling 12 all over America. All right, we got it right here, y'all. Quick video, fair use. This is from a channel called Elon Musk Editor. No relation.
We were seeing a marital therapist.
We cut it up.
I think he just got tired of the.
Listen to how he rolls.
We were seeing a marital therapist, and I think he just got tired of the stress and the uncertainty of it. And the next day, I went into my therapist's office, and he had left a message for her to tell me that he was filing for divorce. So that was how I found out. One of the more memorable moments of my life.
So he left a message with her therapist about him filing divorce. Now it could be because she's completely wacky, and maybe she just started throwing stuff at him.
Man, marriage is agreement between two people
that should be resolved in binding arbitration. Go ahead.
Yeah, and when someone does not want to be in communication, and it's over with, it's probably how it should be delivered.
I agree. And split everything in half.
Well, it depends on
who came with what.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I agree. There's an assumption that, if the woman's a housewife, she was doing all this and supporting the plans and blah, blah, blah. Possibly. She could have just been spending all the money and,
I mean, if she was there before everything was accumulated.
You're going to give her half.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
Yes. And if she comes there, after it's already there, then.
So let me get in. We're going to paint a picture for any woman out there listening. Let's say Brother Wordsmith met a woman and she's rich. She's running her company. She's CEO and she's founder, multi-million-dollar company. And Brother Wordsmith's supposed to pick up the kids and drive them around and clean up the house. And all he does is not do it and complain and bitch. I'm just saying, as an example, does nothing, but you've been there from the beginning. You're saying at the point of the divorce, if you decide to walk away, you deserve half. Is that what you're saying right here?
Well,
You've been there the whole time.
No, you're talking about something completely asinine. If you help build it, then you deserve half.
Correct.
If you don't do any goddamn thing, then
but you're raising
there.
the kids though while she's going to work and getting the money. You're feeding the kids. You're doing all of that. You're taking them to school. You're doing their homework with them. That should count for half of the empire.
No.
Well, that's the way it's currently structured. All right, you guys, like, share, subscribe.
You ain't got to do nothing, and just be there. If it ain't no instrument in place that says you don't get half of my shit because I married you.
Half. All right. Elon Musk coins DOGE. Fascism. Who is he? All right. If you guys listen well, you can figure out all the answers. Building an empire. What was Elon Musk's first major entrepreneurial venture, according to him and his publicists?
Yeah, according to this story, they made a digital phone book. Was able to sell it, and it was it was not good. What's the name of it?
Hold up. Eddie Haskell say, you guys don't know squat. I hope you don't call yourselves Americans. You're a goof. And he's got the American flag out here. I don't call myself an American, so you're right.
Eddie Haskell? I am a true American, not American.
There you go. American. Yeah.
Where's Eddie Haskell at? Because I don't see him in the chat. He's texting you or something.
You don't see him?
No.
Maybe it's this. Let me see. Maybe it blocked it, but I don't know why it would block it. I don't have nothing blocked on here because I'm seeing it. He said, you guys don't know squat. I hope you don't call yourself Americans. That's right above Rick H's post about Warner Von Braun. It should show up, though, because I don't have any of those.
Oh, yeah, I do see it.
Yeah, he didn't say anything. Maybe it's the you goof the YouTube is tripping on. Oh, you see it.
No,
okay.
That's me. I put that all together.
All right, well, I guess he's right. You don't know squat. You can't even read the live chat.
I know way more than you, buddy.
There we go.
And if you were, if I was gonna leave it to Beaver, it'd be a whole lot of different things about Eddie Haskell. So you,
hey, and it's stuff like that that Elon Musk was probably running around doing. You know what I mean? Saying stuff like that. No goof. My mom's a model, and he got bullied. This is a good. You see what I'm saying?
This might be Elon. Are you Elon Eddie Haskell?
I don't know.
Son of a.
You slap fire from his face, though. He's gonna write in his memoirs how he got bullied. Yeah.
Well,
Big ups to Eddie Haskell.
Deserve it.
Nobody deserves to be smacked. We're children of the divine light. Right?
No, there's a level of disrespect that can be that leads to a slap.
Big ups to Eddie Haskell. All right. So what was his first entrepreneurial venture? Elon, to your knowledge.
Was it X? Wait a minute.
Oh, you mean the X before Twitter?
Yeah, the banking app that he tried to,
Zip2, a company he co-founded with his brother Kimball back in 1996.
I thought we was beyond that. That's with the digital phone book.
Yeah, I don't think we talked about any of his businesses. Zip2 provided business directories and maps for newspapers, and it was eventually sold to Compaq for nearly $300 million back in 1999. That's when he got the bag, allegedly. How did Musk's involvement with PayPal come about?
That was the X, the banking app.
X.com.
Yeah. He, it's interesting because he created none of it. Nothing.
None.
He tailed in. He was not there at the founding or any of that for any of this stuff.
And his first business was backed by his dad.
Well,
he pulled himself up by his bootstraps.
Just like Trump. A small
Easy.
$5,000 loan.
Easy here, fella. Last thing you want is the Proud Boys pulling up over there in South
Man, I
Shore.
don't give a mother. Bring it.
All right. All right. So yes,
come to South Shore. You won't be welcome.
he founded X.com, an online payment company, in 1999. He later merged it with Confinity, which I've never heard of, which had a money transfer service called PayPal. Musk became the largest shareholder of the merged company, which was then rebranded as PayPal. In 2002, eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion.
Yes. But he, he wasn't.
He didn't write none of the code?
No. And they made, before they made the big payment and sell it, he had to be gone. And they made Peter Thiel the CEO and got rid of him. That was part of the deal.
Yeah, they got rid of him,
purchase.
and he had a settlement, right? So he can't really talk about it, but he got paid off. I think they got, yeah. All right, Tesla. All right, he founded and created Tesla, didn't he? Brilliant concept,
No.
great name.
No,
No,
not at all.
He created the name, didn't he?
No, not at all. He was not there when it was founded. And he made sure that he surgically removed the founders and designated himself as the founder.
You sure know a lot for a guy who Eddie Haskell suggests we don't know squat.
A lot of people will look at me and assume I don't know much. Well, it's just an assumption. Who cares?
And he chose the name Eddie Haskell. If anybody's ever watched the show, underneath it all, Eddie Haskell was a B with a capital B, wasn't he? Remember?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Snitch, a bitch, and a hoe.
And mess with the little kids, and yeah. He ain't want to step to Wally.
Bully.
Yeah.
Like most bullies, they're afraid.
Yeah. So-called bully.
And some of what he, Rick H is. He's out there saying some right stuff and saying some crap stuff. Is that what we're going on?
Who, Rick H? Oh, he didn't say nothing crazy.
That's Eddie Haskell.
Man, take those glasses off. What's going on? All right, let's move on.
I don't have my self-love vision on today.
All right. So he joined Tesla in 2004, a year after it was founded, by investing $6.5 million and then becoming its largest shareholder. I see his technique. He took on an active role as chairman and later CEO, helping to guide the company through significant challenges and turning it into a leading electric vehicle manufacturer. We can give him credit for that, right? Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you got a lot of money, you can make some moves. That's for sure.
Okay. And then so he had Solar City next. Was that founded by him? No.
Nothing.
We'll see. You're saying nothing. We're going to lay out the evidence here. Founded by Musk's cousins in 2006. It was a solar energy service company that Musk supported. Weaseled in, got his tentacles all involved, served as chairman. In 2016, Tesla acquired Solar City for $2.6 billion in stock, integrating solar energy solutions into Tesla's product offering. So he's got Tesla, the company he didn't start or conceive, and then he added this, and he all started from money he didn't earn. Is that what we're saying here?
Yeah, and more so than that, he took payment in shares of the company that he worked for or did whatever. So there's no income from that. He just gets the dividend and all of that.
Yeah, and when they sell it, he gets all the money.
He ain't even got to sell it. He can borrow right off of all of that.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at the way it goes. He normally sells the company at some point, and his percentage, and then he rides off with a whole big payout, and then takes that money to go usurp another company, and then, as opposed to playing the stock market like most people. Now he had the Boring Company, where he came up with this ingenious idea to dig holes through California and Nevada to avoid traffic, as though those places won't eventually become full of traffic.
He's just looking for a loophole to lose money so he doesn't have to give it to the government.
Now, what is Neuralink, which we covered right here on the Self Love Show? All right. What is Neuralink, and how does it fit into Elon Musk's vision from your understanding of what he's talking about, and then from your overall understanding about Neuralink?
Well, I think he's it's twofold. It's face value, that he wants to help humanity and help people that have disabilities and lost control of their limbs and make them be able to recover. But for me, I think it's also, more importantly, a way to create people to work 18-hour days, not complain, and be controlled by something that's hooked to their reception piece in their body directly into the brain.
Well, he founded Neuralink, didn't he?
I'm sure he didn't.
Yeah, well, according to you. I don't know. I got to research that. I don't know.
He's proven to be, the best way to describe him, and this is metaphorical, is a culture vulture. And it's not culture that I'm talking about. It's the technology and the things that's going on. He
Parasite?
finds his way in and buys in.
Parasite?
Absolute parasite.
Okay. Let's talk about DOGE and Trump. All right. So you guys, the riddle's still out there. How did Elon Musk's relationship with Donald Trump begin? Where did this all start?
It was nefarious at the beginning.
Allegedly.
Well, no, allegedly, but publicly. And Elon dissed Trump, saying he was unfit to be president and all this other shit. And Trump is petty as fuck. He don't deal with that. So making a public statement against him, means it's nefarious, but they just seem to very much get around that very easily because there are two people that supposedly have a whole lot of money. And it's been over the years, Trump has brought him in and, said that he's a genius. So they feed each other's ego.
All right. Now, yeah, I think it's like also, as you remember, Trump was having issues with X, and there may have been some sort of deal with Twitter before he bought it. But Elon Musk's relationship with Donald Trump began during Trump's first presidential campaign in 2016. Peon, along with other tech leaders, engaged with the Trump administration on various policy issues, including technology and innovation. Over time, their relationship evolved, with Musk becoming a prominent figure in Trump's inner circle. And if he is a spook or some sort of shadow agent, he's in a perfect position right now. If I was an oligarch trying to control the world, I'd have these billionaires who, this is weird, y'all, what's going on. Americans used to keep, I don't know. Why did Trump appoint Elon Musk to lead the Department of Government efficiency, which they're calling DOGE. Well, Trump appointed Elon to lead the Department of Government Efficiency because of Musk's reputation allegedly as a successful entrepreneur and innovator. Trump believed that Musk's business acumen and experience in streamlining operations could help reduce government inefficiency and cut wasteful spending. So you're on mute, fella. Well, I can't hear you. No, you're not on mute. I can't hear you.
Don't hear me?
Barely. It's like super low. When you lean all the way forward, it's like super low. All right. The primary goal of the Department of Government Efficiency is to maximize government efficiency and productivity by modernizing federal tech and software, in which case he can put a worm in there and have access to everything. Dismantling, I mean, China would never allow him all of this access, ever. Dismantling bureaucratic structures and cutting excess regulations and wasteful expenditures. DOGE aims to create a more streamlined and effective government. So he's bringing everything up to 2025 standards, productivity. There's been a lot of hubbub about DOGE. They say he's got people as young as 19 years old, making these decisions and questioning lifelong government officials. Barely hear you, bro. I don't know what's going on. You might want to do the test on the audio or leave and come back. I'll just run through this before we get to the good stuff. All right. Elon Musk's leadership style is characterized by rapid decision making and a focus on innovation. So this is influencing DOGE's approach to government reform. Under his leadership, DOGE has taken a more aggressive and unconventional approach to dismantling bureaucratic structures and implementing efficiency measures, often drawing parallels to Musk's management styles and private ventures. I just don't know how he could be doing all of these different things at once, running all these, managing and heading all these different companies, and then putting 100% and then putting 100% effort. It's almost like he's spread too thin. So I don't know. So on one side, I think, on the right side of the aisle, they're in support of Elon and all of these changes he's making. And there's part of me as an independent that would not have a problem with it, I think, if it was almost anyone other than Elon Musk, which we're going to get to very shortly. After a short break, I'll explain why. Yeah, the government is definitely inefficient and needs to be streamlined, and they could stop wasting all of my taxpayer dollars on nonsense. Again, I just don't think that Elon Musk is the guy for that. And so he's been called a fascist. A fascist and a so we hear these words, so let's break them down. Fascism, a populist political philosophy, movement, or regime that exalts nation and often race above the individual, that is associated with a centralized autocratic government headed by a dictatorial leader, and that is characterized by severe economic and social regimentation and by forcible suppression of opposition. So he's being associated with that. It's not like I could say, oh, okay, all right, he's from South Africa, and he don't have that in him. I can't really say that personally, but I wonder what you guys think about Elon Musk. And that's our topic here today. And we're just going to take a very short break. We're going to run some quick videos. Y'all stick by. And we'll be back in 5 minutes. The reason we're running them is so this brother can get his, hopefully get his sound working. All right, Karen, take it away.
Moses fleeing the people from Pharaoh.
Right, let my people go.
40 years, Moses fleeing the people from Pharaoh.
Right, let my people go.
40 years in a desert.
Manna.
Let's talk about what manna truly is. And
Agnostics in the Middle East right now saying manna is Peter.
Can we put some sensibility to that? Being in the desert, and our Father, the Creator, loves us beyond. He's gonna rain down bread in a desert. Moses summoned the strongest men for them to dig. And that's where the whole term of so it is above, so it is what?
Below.
That means that Moses had the science for them to dig and find water.
Yeah, like the elephants can do.
So what do you find, even in the desert, when you dig down and find water? Do you find bread or do you find plants? Moses fleeing the people from Pharaoh.
Right, let my people go.
40 years in a desert.
Manna.
Let's talk about what manna truly is. And
Agnostics in the Middle East right now saying manna is Peter.
Can we put some sensibility to that? Being in the desert, and our Father, the Creator, loves us beyond. He's gonna rain down bread in a desert. Moses summoned the strongest men for them to dig. And that's where the whole term of so it is above, so it is what?
Below.
That means that Moses had the science for them to dig and find water.
Yeah, like the elephants can do.
So what do you find, even in the desert, when you dig down and find water? Do you find bread or do you find plants?
Shannon Sharp, you should be ashamed of yourself because you've been carrying on a GOAT debate for a man that spent 8 years in the place and never won a championship.
It's very tough. And this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat. That was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
And then when he went to team up with his homeboys, the Banana Boat Boys, Dirk Nowitzki shot 1 foot fallaways and put him out of his misery. And then the next year, they was getting beat. He was cramping up in San Antonio. And if it wasn't for balls hitting the rim and people kicking the football out to Ray Allen, he lose that one too, and he played terrible.
Gibbs,
Not 2.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. when I say that, and when I say that, I really believe it.
So for you to say that it could be tabled or that he had to do so much to get back into the conversation, you got to choose a side. You got to say you out here caping full of GOAT James all the time, or that GOAT conversation should have been tabled a long time ago as well. Because according to you, getting to the championship, all of those times is supposed to matter. So the fact that Patrick Mahomes has never been sent home before the AFC Championship, that gotta matter. The fact that Patrick Mahomes already has 2 MVPs, that has to matter. 3 Super Bowl MVPs, that has to matter. There could be a ton of his career left where he gets back to this moment. And because he didn't shine every time he got there, a lot like a guy we know, Shannon, that you cape for every single day. The only person you have cape for more than LeBron James is your brother, and your brother actually deserved it. And so for me, it is not tabled. It's a bad night, absolutely, but it does not erase all the things that Patrick Mahomes has accomplished.
Were America older, the Patriots' heart might be sadder. This 4th of July is yours, not ours. You may rejoice. We must mourn. And to drag a man in fetters and the grand illuminated temple of liberty and call upon him to join you in joyous anthems is inhuman mockery and sacrilegious irony. By the rivers of Babylon, yea, we sat down, yea, we wept when we remembered Zion. We hung our harps on the willows in the midst thereof. For they who led us away captive required of us a song. And they who wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing that song of Zion. But how should we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? Oh, Jerusalem, if I forget thee, may my right hand forget her cunning. And if I do not remember thee, may my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth.
Man, I thank you guys for inviting me on. Thank you. Great format, very solid. You know, it don't have that low budget movie feel. You know what I'm saying? And we get that a lot in the Black community, for real.
Yeah.
Like people look at us to be fuck ups. They look at us to be low budget. They look at us to be ignorant, stuttering, and use a whole bunch of and all of that. But no, they got the real deal on here. That everybody know who Torian Mills is, baby. They know.
Hey, well, bro,
They so ignorant.
ignorant.
So
Hey, but this platform's
Your
your platform. This platform's my
My
platform.
platform.
From Inglewood, California to
To the
Chicago,
South Shore.
Crazy thing about it.
This platform is
made for
and
you and me.
It's made for you.
The crazy
Ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. I was trying to get out the end of the preamble, but go ahead, bro.
Hope you can hear me loud and clear.
Yeah, we got you, bro. We got you.
Okay, I don't know what happened, but you know, things go on.
Eddie Haskell probably got you, bro.
Hacker.
Eddie
You
Hacker.
guys don't know squat.
You know what?
You know how the story go. It's the Self Luv Show.
He's a good guy. He's a
doubt.
child of the divine light.
Absolutely.
You can learn something around here.
Definitely. Come to somebody's say they don't know anything. You must be a master teacher or an imbecile. I'm not sure which. I'm sure I'm inquired to find out though. So we're back talking about Elon Musk, coins, DOGE, fascism. Who is he? On the Self Luv Show. And we've skimmed the surface, and then we finna go into the ether and make sure y'all reap the benefits of our information.
Yeah, get y'all self-love vision on and y'all 10 hats, because we're about to talk some wacky conspiracies here. And we got some videos to show y'all. They're like 1 minute each, and we're gonna unpack them. All right. That dome teaser's still out there, y'all. All right. You know it. Y'all know it. All right. It's right there pinned in the chat. I orbit close, but I'm not a planet. A visionary's dream. You'll never forget it. By tweets and memes, my value is seen. What am I in the tech world's scene? You guys are flirting with it. All right, you're flirting with it. Sometimes the answer is right there in your mind's eye. It's right there in front of your face. All right, Dogecoin versus Doge. All right. This is my wacky conspiracy theory here, Self Love. Why is everyone talking about Doge all of a sudden? And then I sat there and I said, I've heard of this term before. There's Dogecoin. And then I dug into it. All right. Before you comment, got a quick video. No, you're not doing that. Okay, let's cue it up. And then I'll throw it to you. Pick up Karen. What the Fraggle Rock is going on? Okay, here we go. All right. Dogecoin. Elon Musk.
What do you think of the crypto right now?
You love Doge. Yeah, I mean, I'm mainly supporting Doge, frankly.
What do you think of the crypto right now?
You love Doge. Yeah, I mean, I'm mainly supporting Doge, frankly. Because I think Doge is like has the memes and dogs and it seems like has a sense of humor and doesn't take itself too seriously.
But what's the potential with it?
Well, I do think actually, weirdly, even though Doge was just designed to be like this ridiculous joke currency, the actual total transactional throughput capability of Doge is much higher than Bitcoin. And the fact that there's 5 billion Doge created every year is actually, I think, good for using it as a transactional currency.
Mm-hmm. Where is it used as a transactional currency? Anywhere
you
right
can
now?
buy like Tesla merch and SpaceX merch with Doge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think it's
All right.
important.
All right. So that video, bro, was put up. Was it 2 years ago?
We just heard the audio.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool too.
Yeah, we didn't see the video.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Next time I'll have the video. But that's him talking about Dogecoin. Started as a joke, in a meme. And so is there anything to my wacky theory that?
Yeah, well, man, predictive programming, man. You put that some out there and make it kind of, and then come with some fancy other thing that it's called, and know, and it's very deliberate.
The Department of Government Efficiency coin, which may be our new form of currency if Donald Trump and these guys can have their way. Maybe.
Very possibility. I didn't put them together until you did for me. That wasn't the first time I heard the Doge, but I didn't know how to pronounce the coin. And,
yeah.
Right. Because I saw the coin, but I didn't really hear nobody talking about it, so I didn't know it was even the same. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I just wanted to say that because it stuck out on me as I started going down this rabbit hole.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, next video.
Yeah, I think it's important to have a future that is inspiring and appealing. I mean, I just think that
He's talking about colonizing Mars here.
there have to be reasons that you get up in the morning and you want to live. Like, why do you want to live? What's the point? What inspires you? What do you love about the future? And if we're not out there, if the future does not include being out there among the stars and being a multi-planet species, I find that it's incredibly depressing if that's not the future that we're going to have.
Okay, what? We can't be happy to be alive if we're not going up there into lower Earth orbit?
Well, we're just talking about someone who has used his money to do whatever it is that his passion is for.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he has all these separate companies going at the same time. None of them that is originally him. But
so he's like a rich, spoiled kid with privilege who can buy everything and have this big room full
that's
of.
What it seems like.
Like the world to him is remember the train set you had, and you had that whole city, and you had that, and you had the fancy one. It was electric. Yeah, it's almost like he's like we all should be doing.
So I mean,
he's using Earth as his playpen.
Oh well, I mean, he's using his perceived and so-called wealth he puts it behind his passions. That's what it seems like.
Well, with Tesla, that particular company, they're getting so much government welfare. I've lost count. Is he cutting that out of the government efficiency? Is he saying, hey, we can't give these private companies billions of dollars to run their business? Is he doing that?
Well, we shall see. I mean,
my answer would be no.
I mean, Trump came out at the first election. It was like, yeah, well, it's BS going on. And how do I know? Because I've used it. You know what I'm saying? And
maybe that's when him and Trump wasn't getting along. But
I'm just saying he might be he may point it out on his end and the shit that he's done. Let's see. I don't think he will, because I think he's, Van Braun. Wow, that would never mind. We're not there yet.
Yeah, and I think he and Donald saw it. What I find strange is this. Donald Trump gets banned from Twitter. He comes out publicly talking about, I have a problem with that, freedom of speech issues. Somebody should do something about that. Really, somebody should look into it. And then Elon comes out and pays 2 times the asking price because they really didn't want to sell it to him.
I think it was.
Okay. They really didn't want to sell it. Yeah. They really didn't want to sell it to him. And then he immediately puts Donald Trump back on there. And I'm not going to say any other Nazis, because I'm not going to say Donald Trump's a Nazi, but a lot of people hovering around him appear to have some of those proclivities. We'll just say that, right? And all of a sudden, after he buys Twitter, right, running it Trump's way, he's got this big position, with the government, where he gets to cut back on all the spending we're doing as the nation, except for all the money we're giving him and his companies. That's the way I'm seeing it so far.
Okay. I can understand that wholeheartedly. I am not pro Elon Musk. Anyone that slides that far up in this government is something, there's some filth upon them. You can't be involved and, not go through some, messy situations. So, yeah, they've got a lot of nefarious business going on, just like any other government of the U.S. It just seems to be like some drastic change in leadership, but it's all facade. There's, he's got 4 years, and one thing I see though. Hold on. One thing I do say that Trump is a lame, so-called lame duck president. He coming out about, swinging for the fences. He doing what the fuck he want to do, and
can we limit the F-bombs words?
Yeah,
man?
Sorry about
you
that.
can dig out better words than that. You know what I mean? It's we have our moments, but I mean, come on. All right, but no, I hear you, bro. F-bomb away. But my point is this. No, I agree. You mentioned, I want to comment. Hope I don't lose it. Something you just said about you got lost it.
Lame duck president, and he's coming out.
Yes, you said that Donald Trump, or not Donald Trump. You said that they'll make it look like change is happening. One thing, though, when I look at history, when they shoot at someone or shoot someone, that person wasn't playing by the rules, meaning when they shoot at a president, attempt to assassinate or assassinate, and they allegedly took shots at Donald Trump.
But one thing I've never heard of. Well, yes, I have. Never mind. Attempted assassination, because
Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, that was attempted.
Yeah.
Happens if someone
Neuralink
ultimately does get a Neuralink installed, what will take place?
So you basically take out a chunk of skull, put the Neuralink device in there that has a battery and a Bluetooth and a inductive charger. Insert the electrodes. So the electrodes are very carefully inserted.
taking out a chunk of skull just says
Yeah.
it all matter factor. That's the way they destroy the earth. That's the same way. Yeah, you just take out a chunk of the earth and you get those gems out of there.
Avoiding, and any veins or arteries. You stitch up the hole and
frequency
you separate like a little.
Removing all the
I couldn't hear
pressure,
You say what?
I said, man, just imagine the frequency and the energy of the earth if we didn't have these fools removing the precious jewels.
Correct. 100%.
Avoiding, and any veins or arteries. You stitch up the inductive charger, insert the electrodes. So the electrodes are very carefully inserted, avoiding, and any veins or arteries. You stitch up the hole and you just have like a little scar, and that's it. And you wouldn't even know that somebody has it. It could, in principle, fix almost anything that is wrong with the brain. You could also save state. And
Save state?
Save state, like save your brain state, like a saved game in a video game.
Whoa.
And restore that state into a biological being if you wanted to in the future. In principle, there's like nothing like from a physics standpoint that prevents this. Now you'd be a little different, but then you're also a little different when you wake up in the morning from yesterday.
I mean, this is this guy's at minimum a mad scientist, at maximum a demon. Or he's working with demons.
The problem is that that's our opinion, but it's all simulation and it's about balance.
Right. He's correct. Correct.
He's shit from my perception of this.
Bro, back in the 70s when I was watching cartoons, he'd have been the prototypical mad scientist talking like this.
Yeah.
It's been normalized. And if I mention, creator or creation or anything biblical, I'm the mad scientist.
You're the one talking nonsense.
Yeah. 100%. Right. Well, that's how they, put in the programming. They wrote all that in the code. All right. Rocket pollution. This is something Marty, one of the brothers, was talking about. What gives him the right to pollute the airspace out there up in space and bring all these rockets down and it's jet fuel all in the air? Like, we give him the right?
Well, his evaluation of our situation is that it's a simulation.
Yep.
And these man-made laws are stupid from the gestation. It's just a means to make some more money and hold the whole system back.
But why is he allowed to do it? Why is he allowed to pollute and put junk up in the air? It's for the betterment of mankind?
No, he's got some upper, I don't know exactly what it is or how to describe it, but he's got some writer's privilege where he can write in some shit that most people can't do. And I don't know exactly what it is and how he accessed that. But
yeah, he's accessing something in my mind, bro.
He seems to have that ability to do things that definitely the indigenous can't do.
It's not a matter of can't, probably won't, probably choose not to do.
No, I mean, take control of the situation is what. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right. I think.
I mean, they're both true, right? They wouldn't want to do it, but if they wanted to do it, they wouldn't be allowed to do it. Right.
I don't think he has, but that's the move and the energy that he
Right. For some reason.
Okay. All right. You mentioned simulation theory.
Right. For some reason, when people talk about simulation theory, they talk about the potential for this currently being a simulation. Even though your life might be wonderful, you might be in love, you might love your career, you might have great friends, but it's not comforting to know that this experience somehow or another doesn't exist in a material form that you can knock on.
Feels real, doesn't it?
Feels real, but if it's not, but the idea that it's not is for some strange reason disconcerting.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it should be disconcerting, because then if this is not real, what is?
Right.
But there's that old sort of how do you know you're not a brain in a vat? Right now, here's the thing: you are a brain in a vat. Then that vat is your skull.
Yes.
And everything you see, feel, hear, everything, all your senses are electrical signals. Everything. If you have a genie that can grant you anything,
right? For some reason,
as to deal with the body, yes, but not the mind. The mind is outside of the brain, so the body is in the soul. The soul is not in the body.
Correct. Which probably follows that the people are in God, but God's not in the people. So that we can experience.
Creator. God is a.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what I mean. Right. Yeah. We don't want to get off into too many tangents. But no, I got you, bro. Yeah. But yeah. All right. You're right, though. All right. Simulation theory, though. You just heard that. You're a proponent. Well, I wouldn't say a proponent. I will say this, bro. Near-death experiencers, they all say when they come back, they don't say this is a simulation, but they say that realm that they went to is real, and they say that this one is the dream fake world. All of them.
Yeah. Me included.
All of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it's the soap opera version.
The dense version, the cool down version.
And you see everything as it is, what it is and what it needs to be and how it is, all in the moment. It doesn't take going through all this to experience it.
But you gotta believe if that dog in that video we ran can do what we saw, and science can say, yeah, well, he remembered. I don't know. Whatever.
No, man. Science has been dumbed down like every other thing. These people or beings wants to control everything, so they've held back advancement, all the while doing it from a private sector to advance their situation. It's what they do is to hold every individual from being the master being that they are.
Yes, the programming. Because I have to believe whoever were the first, which I believe humans, not humans, but we've always been here, definitely in our consciousness, even in the physical. As long as they've been on Earth, we've been here. But that's what I believe. But you're right. And at that point, before all of the programming and all of the tech, the language, the this, the that, the science, the math,
the falling,
we had, it wasn't discounted. The other realm wasn't looked at as wacky. We don't know. You don't know till you get there. It wasn't looked at that like that.
It was you knew everything, and it was all positive experience. It wasn't a total forget to come here.
Correct.
It's been hijacked and
Yes.
delegated, and people that want to stay in control of a realm that's not supposed to be controlled.
Correct. 100%. Yeah, they tell us, they got to protect us from us.
Yeah, they just liars.
Still can't get to the why, though. I mean, you always say why. I mean, I get it. So they can control and have money and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I think it's bigger than that, bro.
Well, they know that they don't deserve this a desecrated time that's been described for their existence to be in control, and they're trying to push it to the max and the limit to the last of it. And it was to teach everybody about what it means to teach and trust somebody, and then they take everything that you taught them and use it against you to make you the purge of the planet, because it was divine order moving in a frequency that we allowed by moving in that time and space.
And the need to control is a lack of knowledge of self. It's fear-based, and it is ego-based, which is just weird. So the need to control has gotten out of control. This is Elon talking about AI and the future of wars. Those wars will be here.
If you have a genie that can grant you anything, that can also do anything.
Genie. Let's go back.
That necessarily is, if you have a genie that...
These people, in my mind, are working with jinns, and they're digging stuff out of their butt through their witchcraft and stuff they're doing. And this jinn is sending them down a deeper and deeper rabbit hole, and they're rewarding them with the world, all the material stuff of the world. I'm not saying they're going to lose their soul, because I don't, necessarily believe that. So what I'm looking for is the motivation of the jinn. But let's finish.
If you have a genie that can grant you anything, that can also do anything, that necessarily presents a danger. And I would expect the first uses of AI to be, certainly the first government uses of AI to be weapons technology. So just having more advanced weapons on the battlefield that can react faster than any human could. I mean, future wars between advanced countries, or at least countries that have significant drone capability, will be very much the drone wars. And the pen is mightier than the sword. So one of the first places we have to be careful of AI being used is in social media to manipulate public opinion.
So Elon is the elected leader.
Man, they be telling a lot of the stuff they doing, don't they? They ain't no different than O Block and 63rd. Big up
all of it has to be told. That's the whole thing. For it to really move and go in a force, it has to be some
revelation.
Well, not even revelation, some awareness by a percentage of, I don't know what this percentage is, because
Gotcha. Enough, it has to be in enough of our consciousness for it to manifest globally.
Yeah. So for them, they know how to get that across, and it's not just through one means, it's through different medias all over the place.
Yes.
It's going to affect whoever it's supposed
all
to affect.
Over the place. Churches, schools.
Yes. Different media for it. It's all set up. This AI,
but the right ain't falling for it. Proud Boys and such. The right.
Oh, yeah, they all are. They got their own version of it.
Of their program. What about the wacky left? Way to the left.
Everybody got the individual. That's this AI can analyze every individual.
Well, he said it. He said it was the biggest fear than the military. AI manipulating social media. You think he's doing that?
You know what I'm gonna say? Is it time for that? Because I think he has Neuralink. And
go ahead. Yeah. Do tell.
I think he has Neuralink, and he is compromised by the AI. I don't think there's people that can. Well, there are people that can go to the extreme that his.
What if they're aliens trying to go home like the E.T. movie? Seems like the other aliens could just come get them.
They're not trying to go home. The ones that's, ruling a lot of the stuff that goes on here.
Yeah.
They're trying to stay here because this is better than where they came from. And they've made it where they can do some things that if they went back where they came from, if it's there, they are nothing. Because if they were something from where they came from, then they would not be controlling this place like this.
Well, my man brought up the Hitler salute, Rick H.
Yeah.
So we're just going to run this and let everybody see for themselves. I know a lot of people are unplugged.
But live or AI?
Well, this was live in front of everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
yeah,
motherfuckers will say because you showing it, it could be AI, but no, it's live.
If you have a genie that can grant you,
but something's not right. I know I put it in there. All right, let me go back. Stop share. Big ups to the sponsors.
Gym Recovery, Midwest Festivals, Save the Date. Got some great information. And boy, I'm telling you, you had a time of your life.
Yeah, it's a spiritual experience.
Ancestor Echoes.
That's what I would say. It's definitely a spiritual experience.
Man.
Greatest level. All right, let's see. What's South African Elon the Peon Musk? What's in his heart? You guys tell me. I'm just going to let it play. I'd imagine that salute was the Noop salute. Somebody's throwing up the yo, they're doing a speech. And they're going to suggest to you that they weren't doing this, that it meant something else. Here we go.
they come and go. Some elections are, important, some are not. But this one, this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen.
Let's go back. He said some elections, basically saying some elections don't matter, but then he said this one really matters. Is that a code? He basically said the other elections don't matter, but this one really mattered.
Well, I mean, they are on something, their predictive programming. They put him up there for a reason, bro. I mean, he's there to set an agenda.
Bro, they are trying to start the Book of Revelations. They are trying to spark something to find a war.
I told you that they've been, trying to do everything that leads up to it, metaphorically.
Yeah.
So,
figure if you do everything, then it should come to pass. But here we go. Because of the eternal now.
Come and go. Some elections are, important, some are not. But this one, this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
This motherfucker.
My heart goes out to you.
Damn, we went back to the back.
It is thanks to you that the future of civilization.
Hey, they can't hear you when when the video playing, so just ask me to stop it. You say what?
I said, what the what? I mean, and was he trying to say he was doing the? I don't what.
Yeah,
then
he was
did it
trying to
the
say
back?
he was trying to say, I'm saying my heart goes out to you. What he said at the end.
Oh hell no.
And I've never seen anybody do that gesture to mean my heart. Maybe in South Africa, because we don't know what's in their heart. But apartheid, they could have been racist. But I've never seen anybody do a gesture
It could
suggesting.
have been what? Oh,
Well, allegedly. But I'm saying, bro, my heart goes out to you. I can think of so many different ways to say that than this.
This one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Look at his face.
My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you making it happen. Thank you.
I can honestly see how he can make that excuse.
Are you serious?
No, because he said he touched his heart and did that. And I see how it can be that excuse, but that was not the intent.
Look at his face. Ain't no love in this.
Hold on. You're not listening. I said it wasn't his intent.
My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured.
Wow.
I can see how they can use that as an excuse, but that wasn't the intent. So you got to understand what I'm saying. That was a motherfucking the Hitler. But I can see how it could be swept and how it could be presented that he was saying.
How can you see that? Nobody. You got the Jewish person in here saying his grandmother would have slapped the shit out of him. Seriously. Okay, so if I do this, you can see how that means my heart goes out to you. I mean, you can see how I can try to spin that into my heart goes out to you. That's basically, I can't see it. I mean, everybody's entitled. I don't see it, bro. I don't even see how they try to spin that. I hear you.
They control the media, so that's how it's spent. The 7 families went with it and rode with it, or 6 or whatever, 5 or whatever it is now. They put it out there. Like I said, I didn't agree with it, but
I know that. I know what you said.
I can see how they spent it. That period.
Okay.
There's people that trust their motherfucking media more than what they see before they self, and what they know what it is. The program has been programmed by their programming, and it's programmed to the highest degree. And these motherfuckers are sheep.
All right. Whenever we disagree, you start dropping F-bombs and F-bombs. It's all in your programming. I don't.
Did I just drop F-bomb?
F-bombs, MF-bombs, and oh yeah. I notice it's in your programming. Whenever you start having a debate and you want to make your point, yeah, we'll play it back for you. You start dropping F-bombs and MF-bombs to exaggerate your point. I'm just saying it's all part of your programming. You got to go back and start watching these shows, bro. Go back and watch the shows, bro. You'll see it all. Go back, and I watch every show multiple times. All right. That's how I know about the sound and everything that's going on there, fella. You know what I mean? I know how high the volume's got to be because I actually go back and I watch it. All right. But I know what you're saying. All right. I'm just saying I can't even see it. His people should be fired who came up with that excuse. All right. Elon and somebody mentioned Project Mars. This is. Let me show you. Yeah, gotta see this. Project Mars, Self Love. No, wait a minute.
So Elon is the elected leader of the Martian government, serving a 5-year term. Elon and their cabinet administrator have laws enacted by 2 houses of parliament. Elon in Project Mars, A Technical Tale, is the name of the Martian leader, and the connection between the character and Elon Musk led to speculation about Werner von Braun's influence on Musk's space exploration.
One of his parents was a huge fan of that author.
That part. 1953 book, Mars Project, by Werner von Braun, says the leader of Mars shall be called Elon. Someone pulled the original German manuscript out of the archives and debunked this myth, only to confirm that von Braun did indeed predict he'd be called Elon. And Elon writes, "How can this be real?" It's kind of.
It's the late 1800s or something.
Yeah.
Yes, it's 1900 here, but it's like.
All right, we're going to get into Barron, because you see right there's a theory out there that Barron is Damien Thorne out there, and you guys go watch the go that theory may have been started right here on TATN, but go watch let me play this, The Omen, the Antichrist, and you'll see what my wacky conspiracy theory is. But Project Mars, this is a book written by Werner von Braun, and apparently Elon's dad was a big fan of this book, allegedly.
Yeah, he happened to be moved from Germany after the war. You know, they invaded. He was part of the
Nazis.
Yeah, he was definitely, yeah. But I was thinking of the project that they moved him here.
Oh, the one for the nuclear bomb?
Yeah, it don't say nothing about Nazis, but whatever. But yeah.
And he got immunity in his family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, he was great friends with
Prescott Bush.
Well, probably, but it was a triad of him, the dude from Scientology, and
L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah, Ron Hubbard, and the dude who wrote the Satan Bible.
That was just on the tip of my tongue, and now it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're talking about, though.
It was on mine before I said it. That's what, when I was, yeah, whatever.
That's fascinating, though. What a coincidence.
Yeah, it's no coincidence. It's
that he would be named leader of Mars.
That his father loved the book and named his son that.
But in the book,
and then he take on that.
Right. Exactly. That's tells you what do you say? One now, huh? One present. Yeah. One present too, bro. One present, But but listen to this, Self. You remember how long I've been talking about Barron, aka Damien Thorne? I was like you when you found out that information at the dinner with the brothers when I heard this. All right, here we go.
The leader of Mars shall be called Elon. Someone pulled the original German manuscript out of the archives.
Wait till they start talking about little Barron.
Debunked this myth, only to confirm that von Braun did indeed predict he'd be called Elon. And Elon writes, "How can this be real?" It's kind of.
It's the late 1800s or something.
Yeah.
Yes, it's 1900 here, but it's like a person named Baron Trump goes on these adventures, gets a guy from Manhattan to be his guide.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Since they come and go.
A guy from Manhattan to be his guide. That could be like a spiritual guide. Baron Trump. So his dad so Donald liked that book? Is that what you're telling me? Not you, but that's going to be the story.
Well, I don't know anything about that. But divine order makes things happen that don't make sense at all. Idiots make extraordinary decisions. And extraordinary motherfuckers just play a simple role.
This is weird, bro. Maybe it's just because we have access to more information. We're able to put these dots together, and it's pareidolia. Maybe that's all.
We decided to come here to do that, and just to thin the veil between the bullshit and the real.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I had a personal account, fella, with some SpaceX employees. Two. One were these hyped up engineers. They're all drop dead gorgeous. I mean, they look like the tall whites, the blonde hair and the blue eyes. Right around El Segundo out there. SpaceX is nearby. And it was the day that Falcon rocket, the first day they nailed the landing. The first time they nailed the landing without the rocket blowing up. So, they were pretty charged. Maybe, there was some cocaine. I don't know. I can't say that for sure, but they were hyped. Could have just been high off life, that's what really I get. But they had been drinking and they loved Elon Musk. Now, on the flip side of that, I met some other employees who absolutely despised him. They said he was racist. Um, uh, they said he was a tyrant. They said he was misogynistic. All those words. They basically said he was a prick. And they said what you said. He has this marketing team to make him look good. These publicists and everything to, make everything he's doing look like it's good to kind of cover up.
Well, I'm not sure about the team. I'm on the record saying that I think he has a Neuralink, and I think that's all part of the process.
You think he's an alien too, or just human with a so-called human with a Neuralink?
Well, I'm not sure where the origin of those people that he's started from are, I suspect that they are seeded by some beings that are not indigenous to this planet by the way they act and how their nature makes them. I know that we as the indigenous Turtle Island hold the key and the ancestry to the whole safe surface or the continents that they know and present to everybody else. But
yeah, man. I mean, there's a video on ArtNav TV, you guys, called The Dark Side of Elon Musk, and there's a lot of stuff in there. Like he allegedly would have the copper colors on their hands and knees washing the floor. Let me ask you this, Self. And you're probably going to say yes, because I don't know, you just like to be that guy. Can you remember a copper colored? Do you think you could have a copper colored 20-year-old man, 30-year-old man in the 90s? The CEO can come in there and tell him to get on his hands and knees and clean that floor
oh
with
yeah,
his hands.
we saw a lot of them.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, right at there. We played with them with Impy, and you saw them, and they were terrible, and they wouldn't stand up to nobody or anything, and they would just get trampled, and you've seen a lot of them out there. You've seen them that they don't deal with the community at all.
I knew you were going. I just knew it. I don't know. Maybe it was happening in the 90s. I don't have any evidence of it. I don't have any evidence of this. But me personally, I find it difficult to believe that from that frequency of the programming of the people in the 90s, that it's a suggestion that I'm going to have the copper colored engineers or other people on their hands and floors, knees, scrubbing the floors while nobody pink is doing it. I'm having trouble believing it. I just think it's a generational thing. We got a bunch of soft generations that's been raised, and they do like this when they get exacerbated because they've been watching the NBA.
Problem has been who's been controlling the media and what we've been shown. I didn't say it related to reality. It was only reality people that only watch the media. Period. It's a few families that control most of the media until the internet age where there's some diversity.
Yeah, one guy told me, I think it was when he was going through it with his ex-wife, that Elon was horrible. But I remember telling him, it takes two sides to tango, and but he was giving me some details that I processed out, probably in my subconscious that I can't remember, so I'm not going to spit them. But he was just telling me all these awful things about Elon Musk, and I'm like, all right, you know what I mean?
Well, when you hear the things that he's done, and it really sounds like some AI shit. That's why. Sorry, I'm saying.
No, I got you.
Yeah, because he says that, you just have a chunk of your brain removed,
Yeah.
and then you put this part in there. Nobody even needs to
Yeah.
know. It's a small scar. And the habits that they say this dude has, he's like.
Say he's autistic, but it hasn't been proven. He's never been diagnosed.
Well, he wouldn't. Why would you why would you do any diagnosis? If you have extreme money, why would there be any diagnosis of your
So you
child?
can get in public school. They won't let you in school without that.
They don't need no public school. Fucking model. Well, there we go. Okay, I see. Yeah, the model.
Yeah.
The model.
Yeah.
And the engineer.
Yeah.
The owning the mind.
Yeah.
They can control the whole narrative from this guy. His whole thing is scripted. And he's following the script of a whole lot of people that it was never that way. And you talk about all these people pull themselves up by their bootstraps, but they were all government funded and all the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Government funded and sponsored. But what government is sponsoring him?
Well, since we've been back in Chicago when we stayed in the same room because we was building, known that they've been trying to make a one world government the whole time. So there's this over government that's implementing BS to destroy the system of freedom in every country, to all be aligned when they set up this situation where we can't ignore, and we need to all join up and be one.
Bro, his story sounds a lot like Kamala Harris. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because there seems to be a pattern of takeover. So I asked ChatGTP, is Peon a U.S. citizen? Yes. Elon Musk is a U.S. citizen. He became a citizen in 2002. Before that, he held Canadian citizenship, which he acquired through his Canadian-born mother. Musk originally moved to Canada at the age of 17 to attend university and later transferred to the University of Pennsylvania in the U.S. His journey to U.S. citizenship was part of his broader pursuit of opportunities in technology and innovation. And that's some BS. This guy's an operative. I don't know who he's working for. They said he went to, I think, Stanford for the engineering program and didn't go a day in class, like didn't even go. He weaseled himself into what do you call that, Silicon Valley, and started, stealing people's ideas and stuff. I mean, this all sounds like a big backstory, bro. Um, you got operatives that have infiltrated the United States of America. Um, and they alleged to be working for both sides. So you're gonna have some operatives who pretend to be, yeah, we're down for you, Trump. And then you're gonna get some operatives, yeah, we're down for you, Kamala. But at the end of the day, in my mind, these guys are spooks from a shadow world government that I'm unable to name. And I'll just say, you guys suck. All right. You guys suck. Do better.
Well, it doesn't even matter that they suck because so many people in this country, race, creed, color, culture, religion.
What the hell is creed?
Creed is
How would you say that word? What the hell are they talking about?
It's a list of principles that people live by. It's
okay.
There's some cultural forms to it. And the reason why they named a series of the Rocky series.
How do you spell creed?
C-R-E-E-D.
That's what I did. It says the word you entered isn't in the dictionary. Click on the spelling suggestion below. Define creed. I'm in Webster's Merriam. Probably because I used define creed and I didn't have to. Okay, here we go. A brief, authoritative formula of religious beliefs. And then number 2, a set of fundamental beliefs. So it doesn't necessarily have to be religious, but okay, that's your creed. So race, creed, color, and then I've heard people say religion, and then that's what makes me say, when they say race, creed, color, and religion, then you're confusing me.
You're going too far. You're doing too much.
Yeah, now I got to figure out what the hell creed means.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's all some definition that's outside of our situation. And we know how to vibe or feel the vibe or know what's going on before, if we don't fully partake in the program.
Well, if it's a simulation, I don't know. Why don't they just program themselves to win, write a cheat code? Why don't they do that?
There's people that do, and you see them all the time, and they just run around, do whatever the fuck they want to do, whatever bullshit happens to them. And
I'm talking about if you want a one world government, why don't you just write the code for the one world government?
Because it's not allowed. It's a simulation, and it has some rules and regulations.
Base programming. Got you. All right, that makes sense. All right, makes sense. All right. All right. I wanted to show you guys the orbs. There's orbs in this video. Maybe I'm leading the witnesses.
No, they need to know, because the shit, you gotta pay attention.
Now, I was listening to a podcast on the car radio in the background. It's a wacky Casper Site channel. He's a wacky paranormal alien channel, conspiracy theorist. Big ups Capper Site. But this is my video filmed from my iPhone. A little background. I received an email from MUFON the day before, and the rep was telling me that Elon was going to have a rocket, and actually 2 days before, and that I could film it. I didn't bother to read the email, as it may be, I just didn't read it. So I didn't realize they were telling me this was going to happen until after I filmed it. And as serendipity and synchronicity had it, I was in a position to just look right at it. It unraveled right before my mind's eye. But we're going to show you some stuff here. Now, oh man, we can take it back. You see that bright star up there? That's not a star. It was like what they're calling drones. If you know, with the naked eye, it had those little two wings and a little bit of blue in it. And when I tell you it hovered there for about 3 hours, and you're gonna tell me, oh, that's a helicopter or that's a drone. It was big, bro. And it came before this. It was just sitting there, and I was already focusing on this. You understand?
Yeah.
Let me take it back a little. You're gonna see a little light here. That was the trail, was orange. Heck of an angle to be taken to get out of the.
Did you out of share?
Oh, I'm out of share. You can't see it? Oh yeah, my bad. My bad. My bad. Good job. Screens, desktop too. Okay. You got it?
Yep.
All right, cool. You're gonna see another little light self. It's gonna come this way. It's barely visible, and then it changes directions.
Man, I've watched this and just show it and talk to the audience because I've seen it. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. They showed it on ABC News, but they didn't mention the orbs.
It has to be, right? It won't just disappear.
At first, it appears to be part of the act, but as the show goes on, you can see that Zach legitimately doesn't know what actually happened.
Don't know what happened.
Orbs. They're gonna split too. Orbs. Watch that.
See all the
too.
Many commenters chimed in saying it's a glimpse of the Matrix.
Look at that. There's something out in front of there.
Oh, now this is crazy. Now, I don't know. It didn't really look like an airplane, but I guess it turned out to be when it got into smoke. But yes, Self, it took a beeline right towards this smoke. Somebody on the internet said they witnessed this thing from an airplane. So if this is an airplane, I wonder if he was on this. But it came awfully close to have known for 2 days that this rocket was going to be coming in our airspace. What's going on in our airspace? It drives right through the smoke. Could be an illusion of the eye.
Again, failing, hinting that we're all living in a simulation.
It's way below it.
What's going on here?
It's way below it.
Where did the mic
Look at that.
go?
It's got to be just falling down there, and then there must be some sort of ridge that, because when it turns upside down, it holds its ridge. You know, you've got to look at the shape.
People in miniature. Lights. Look at that.
Oh, it's gone to the pole.
Look at it.
It is pretty cool, though, right?
What's that?
I said there was below the whole thing.
Coming
For
up
him
in
to
our
be able to
last
see
segment, we
that,
take a look at two
he's connected to them.
fascinating theories that
I be paying attention because yeah, you're right. I don't know, man. They seem to be really interested in our tech, they being the orb.
questioning consciousness and reality itself. But before we take a look at that, remember to hit that subscribe
I'm coming to know that the orbs are higher self.
Yeah, could be ancestors.
Not even, us viewing us in this simulation.
Yeah, but if it's more than just us, it's been other us's that's left this simulation.
Right. And us outside of the simulation viewing it.
Gotcha.
Same thing you say, actually. Exactly the same thing.
Become drop our scary and creepy content.
Orbs.
Two right there, really dancing. He dancing. Look at it.
Then it disappeared. Self, the rocket went into the cloud and disappeared. And you saw the angle it was traveling. It never came out of that cloud. So you're telling me it's a rocket? It's a cloud right here. Let me stop this right quick.
It's not a rocket, bro. Come on.
I mean, I don't know. They reported it's coming. And a black op helicopter came moments after. Go ahead.
The whole issue I have with the whole thing that they said anything.
But I got something from MUFON 2 days before saying that this event was going to occur.
Yeah, well, because it's all some.
We could know, like
BS.
Our government could know. But here's the thing: I
They
can
know
accept
what they're gonna put out there.
Yeah, I can accept that it's a rocket. All I'm saying is, the rocket was flying on this angle, and there was some cloud self. And that rocket, you're going to see it towards the end of the video, that rocket went in those clouds and disappeared.
Hey, my brother, brother from another mother. How much loop information has been put out to us, and we see it over and over in this programming that they're giving us. It's a loop. Oh man. I'm mad. I'm mad at myself, goddammit, because I'm just understanding that this shit is a loop.
Here we go.
Stuart Hammeron believes the consciousness might come from tiny structures inside the brain called micro.
That's the rocket.
Working with physicist Sir Roger Penrose.
You saw how the rocket disappeared, bro.
Objective reduction or theory, which suggests these microtabules use quantum processes to create consciousness, going beyond the idea.
And this chemtrail just sat there for about 30 minutes.
It's just brain activity.
Of course.
Critics argue, however,
it's motherfucking zeros and ones that they are dissipating at a pace, and it's programmed into our programming to affect us, to keep us from
what?
Taking over the whole situation and being back in control, which is the problem that they have with their whole situation. They keep trying to affect whatever they can, but they cannot stop it from happening. Pardon me.
That's all good. Let's get back to the video. All right.
the brain's warm and busy environment makes quantum activity highly unlikely. However, discoveries in quantum biology, like quantum effects on photosynthesis...
That's that. You saw that thing? If y'all...
raising doubts about whether artificial intelligence could ever truly think like humans.
If y'all watch that video, put it in slow motion, you're going to see 2 orbs became 4. And they were following right behind the alleged rocket there. And that one big light that looks like a star was sitting there. And I had somebody ask me, what was that in the sky early? Just one person. Out of everybody else, they just go on with life. I'm doing nonsense. Nonsense is important to me. One person. You know. That thing sat there itself. It was a huge craft that was there so long, you know, and it was there before the rocket went by. That I'll just leave it at that. And then afterwards, and I got video of that. I just didn't upload it. The black helicopter came and went right through like the path of that smoke. Sure did. Sure did. And I'm confident that MUFON, they're not on the up and up. Nope, it's a shadow government agency. They're all part of the disinformation. We got one more, y'all. One more. These are just pics, I think. right, Self, let me give this some quick context. This thing right there caught my eye. It presented as a light in the sky, and then by the time I started filming it, it was an airplane. But it was an airplane in my eye, and I'm filming it. But this is what came out on the camera. Mind-boggling. I filmed many airplanes, and I've never gotten that. Funny thing is, so I brought a guy on a ride all the way from LAX to out there, way out to Costa Mesa. He was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. We had great combo. He's like, yeah, I'm so sorry for bringing you way out here, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, hey, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And then went on break and boom. There in your mic again. I unmuted you. You're on mute, fella.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm muted, but tip me and I'll be right where I'm supposed to be, huh? No, just being funny. Yeah.
All right. Any open conspiracies, bro, on this whole Elon Musk DOGE thing? Anything else you wanted to hit on before we close it out there, fella? And small ups to Elon Musk, all his cronies.
Well, I don't know from personal experience, but seems that he wants a level of commitment and fellowship to be that of
like a pharaoh.
Yeah, what we would call, and this is borderline slavery, but just worship.
Yes, worship, pharaoh worship. But the pharaohs said they were the gods.
Yeah, well, it's more than just the pharaohs. It's the catholics. The catholics really.
What's the Pope's relationship to God? Go ahead with your catholics. Go ahead, keep going. I'll look this up.
Well, the catholics say that the Pope is God. They don't even. Well, I guess they say that Jesus is a virgin, but the Pope is the God and man on earth.
I wonder how when they go through my Akashic record, they gotta look at.
Are you a catholic? Because you got cats.
Yeah, I got
you're
cats.
not a catholic, are you?
I'm addicted to the holy cat. But bro, they're gonna go through my spiritual record and be like, this is you in 4th grade with a picture with a button with God's face on it, button to your Johns. I walked around school, bro. I walked around William H. Ray School, and they couldn't put me in the slow classes because I was outperforming the other kids, athletics,
Completely
academics.
every form of life.
Yeah. So, yeah, I got the Pope's pen to my. They passed out the Pope pen. I'm like, I'm not a Catholic. Like, what is this? They were shaping your brain. I put it right there on my Johnson and walked around school. Some people were offended. Others high-fived me. The teachers had things to say, but they couldn't make me take it off. They had to convince me, Self, if they did, because they knew ultimately I wasn't doing anything wrong. You have no rules against this.
They didn't think above that. The catholics.
Nobody could see that in the history of the universe.
They weren't even there. It was
Wow, that was amazing.
Huh?
They didn't know what to do because the Catholics and the ish people
Yes.
was just
Yeah.
being, and they couldn't even decide what to do. That's
They
why
couldn't
I was.
decide. They wanted to know why I was wearing it and why I was doing it. I didn't know that he probably liked little boys, you know, he's in A minor. I didn't even know that at the time. But now you're saying that they literally okay, but we had there are two popes living right now. Self. This is the first time in history you've had two gods on earth at the same time in the physical.
No, man. They crazy, bro. It's always been. There's been one above, there's the Pope and the Black Pope.
No, but they go in, they vote, they put the smoke out, and then the white smoke and the black smoke. When the white smoke comes out, they've decided on the Pope. This one Pope said, I don't want to be God no more. And this other one said, okay. And then they voted on him and said, this guy's God. How does that happen?
Bro, way before that. They are putting some confusion and trying to make a bigger illusion because people are waking up and they don't want them to know that this is a simulation.
Well, hold it. Speaking. Okay, you said speaking of South Africa, we've been talking a lot about South Africa. And Nelson Mandela is from South Africa. Now, is this the Mandela effect? Because according to the AI, Catholics do not believe that the Pope is God. In Catholic theology, the Pope is the Bishop of Rome and the spiritual leader of the worldwide Catholic Church. He is considered the successor of St. Peter, who was one of Jesus' 12 apostles and the first Bishop of Rome. Catholics believe that the Pope has a special role as the vicar of Christ on earth. What does that mean, vicar of Christ on earth? Vicar, what does that mean, so?
That means that representative as
That's what it means, don't it?
I mean, they said the Pope was God.
I remember hearing that.
Yes.
You went to a Catholic school, so you should know.
I'm telling you exactly that this is a simulation and it's like the Terminator and then a whole lot like the Mandela effect because, they are moving everybody on. That's what the whole Mandela effect is, in case nobody knows.
Well, they're referring to him as an agent. Go ahead with that. The vicar means agent to your go ahead with the Mandela effect to your simulation theory. They call him an agent.
It's not even theory. Mandela effect is that they slowly bring on these situations until the people that remember what happened is adjusted, and it's slowly adjusted. And they teach our children in schools that your parents don't really know shit.
Well, that's because we're getting away from all right. But now
I'll stop.
No. To your point. So had I just kept reading, I wouldn't have had to look it up. Catholics believe that the Pope has a special role as the vicar of Christ on earth, meaning he serves as a representative or agent, just like they use agents in the Matrix, of Christ, and has the authority to guide the church in matters of faith and morals. The Pope is believed to also have charism, you gotta look that up, of infallibility. It sounds like God to me. But
perfect.
This is a very specific and limited belief. It means that under certain conditions, the Pope can proclaim doctrines concerning faith and morals that are free from error. Wow. Like you can mess with those little altar boys.
Yeah.
Like you can run roughshod through all the nations and steal all their knowledge and kill everybody who doesn't proclaim
everything.
Christ. This does not mean that the Pope is infallible. What do you mean? in all his actions or statements, nor does it mean that he is divine. In summary, Catholics respect the Pope as the earthly leader of the church and a spiritual guide, but they do not view him as a deity. The Pope's authority is seen as deriving from his role within the church and his connection to the apostolic tradition established by Jesus Christ and his disciples.
That's some Mandela effect, because you wasn't taught that, and neither was I. Did you go to a Catholic school?
I did, Holy Angels, but I was still in Theta, so they put it in my subconscious.
Yeah,
I was in Theta.
So I did as well, and I did to Lutheran, and noticed the difference in Theta. But
an extraordinary power as of healing given a Christian by the Holy Spirit of God of the church. Charism. It's a noun. That'd be a good name of a girl. Charism. Interesting. Wow. I don't know how we got on this tangent about the Pope.
Because they said they was infallible and God, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. As we come to the end of this riveting episode, we've journeyed through the fascinating intersection of technology, politics, personality, and in my mind's eye, evil. Elon Musk's endorsement of DOGE in the Doge coin has shown the incredible influence one individual can have on the marketplace and in our political diaspora. We've also delved into the critical issue of fascism, emphasizing the importance of staying informed and vigilant against the rise of authoritarian ideologies. By understanding its historical root in modern manifestations, we can better protect our republic values and ensure a future where our children's freedom and justice prevail. It's a sobering reminder of the ongoing struggle to maintain the principle that underpin American society: freedom. Lastly, as our exploration of Elon Musk's prickly personality has provided a deeper insight into the man behind the headlines, his innovative spirit and bold ventures continue to shape the future, also littering the cosmos and polluting the earth, which is an extension of our bodies. As we reflect on his impact, we're reminded of the power of vision, intent, determination, and corporate welfare in driving change. Corporate subsidies is what they call it. They call it welfare when you get it. It's government subsidy when they get it. Thank you for joining us on this insightful journey, and stay tuned for more thought-provoking discussions in our upcoming episodes. Remember, stay curious, stay informed, stay aware, stay in the now, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay true to yourself. Also, show some love to yourself and everyone around you. Everyone. Just start doing nice stuff for people and get the enjoyment from that. It'll bring you so much happiness. Remember, ask not what our culture can do for you, but what you can do for our copper-colored culture. Till next time, silence is violence. Stand up, say something, and question everything, because the Self Love Show, this ain't Kansas, Toto. Peer down those rabbit holes and do your own research. Use caution and discernment, because sometimes when you stare into the big abyss, well, the big abyss is going to stare right back at your copper-colored butt. Till next time, peace, self-love, honor, and respect. Safe to say he's a weirdo. If he wasn't rich, would he be classified as a weirdo?
No, man, I've decided to look at it from a different perspective, and
Well, you believe it's simulation theories. You believe, well, he didn't make it up. He's just getting credit for it. So it's not his theory. I don't even know why I say that.
Right. I don't believe it. I know it at this point in my life, whatever. And people catch up. But the whole situation is he has some influence from outside of the simulation that allows him to.
We all do.
To a certain degree. But he's way out in front and present for everybody to see.
He doesn't have any more powers than we do. Doesn't.
Okay.
Nope. He don't have no magical powers of consciousness.
I don't think it's magical powers.
His ability to meditate and engage with the other side is no different than anyone
I don't
came out of anyone's womb.
I don't think that's the thing.
All right. Well, we're in agreement.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that's something that's going on that's outside of
I
that.
got what you're saying. He's tapping into it. I got what you're saying. He's tapping into it. Not that everybody else is or that nobody else can't, but he's tapping into it. And I think further though, he's tapping into something that's a genie. So there's different types of entities. Yeah.
But the genie is meaning that there's something outside of what we can do.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm agreeing with you and saying what I'm saying.
But again, outside of what we would do.
Not what we would do. It's outside of
Oh, you don't think you can make a deal with a jinn? I would have discernment to know that I'm not making a deal with a jinn.
The indigenous is not part of this. It's a part of someone that's put in place to do some things to influence the whole situation. So it's not what we can't do, but there's someone, the creator, that's doing what it do. And a long time we've been controlling ish, and now we got to decide to come together as a collective from the indigenous, the original. We have to stop giving all our sauce.
All right. Okay. So we're gonna start with the poll, then we're gonna do the riddle. Start with the poll, and then we're gonna do the riddle, you guys. All right, we had a few more respondents. One more respondent. Okay. Who is Elon Musk in your mind? 0% said unsure. I'm rubbing my bum on the fence. But it's similar to I don't know what's in his heart. So 25% of the respondents say they don't know. Could be a good guy, could be a bad guy, could be, down for the people, could not be down for the people. Could have a good heart, could have a bad heart based upon all the data that's been out there. 25% said he's a patriot, being that he's from the other side and the bottom of the world, from a notoriously, quote unquote, racist country.
I think I might know who said that.
Yeah, but it's not just that person. 25%.
I know it's not.
Yeah, but definitely, you're right. Definitely. Say that he's a patriot, even though he didn't even come to this side of the world until he was 17, riding his mom's coattails, claiming to be Canadian, and then weaseled his way into the United States and became a citizen. They say he's good for the United States. 25% say he's good for us. Okay. And 50% of the respondents feel like the best description in their mind for Elon Musk is a fascist oligarch. All right. Where were you at on that poll, brother?
Yeah. And his basic dream is what he thinks and what he feigns is the latter. That's how I feel that he wants it to be.
Who? What's your response on this poll here?
It was the latter, the last.
Unsure, you're rubbing your bum on the fence?
No.
Oh, fascist
Yes.
okay.
Pardon me.
All right.
I thought that was understood and I misinterpreted. I thought I was waiting and shit. I guess I didn't hear the last term because I was like, okay, I'm finna set up and say, yes, it was.
No, I agree, bro. That's what I selected too. Fascist, racist, in my mind, in my opinion. I don't know what's in his heart. But the best one for me was
no, that don't do that because those are two separate answers. And
it is, but the best answer legally is a fascist, racist, oligarch. But again,
don't mix it with the first one.
But again, I don't know what's in his heart.
Yes, you do.
Until you're like in a man's heart, you don't know what's in a man's heart.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna say that he told us that he had a
genie,
Neuralink, Neuralink, not even a genie, a Neuralink.
Yeah.
He told us that he does, as far as I'm concerned.
So you're saying you judge a tree by the fruit that it bears?
Yeah, well,
his tree is producing fascist fruit, so you're saying it's a fascist tree.
And someone that can do more than a person can do in 24 hours, running several.
Well, he's a polymorph. There's a history of those. Benjamin Franklin.
No.
Yeah. What's his name? Sir Isaac Newton. Those are polymorphs. That's actually a thing.
Yeah, that's some exact bullshit.
All right. All right. So we got our poll question. Let's go head over to the Daily Riddle. Okay. Nope. Nobody solved it. Nope. I said the answer multiple times today.
Kept saying it, man.
I've said it multiple times today. I orbit close, but I'm not a planet. A visionary's dream. You'll never forget it. By tweets and memes, my value is seen. What am I in the text world scene? All right, we've got a rarity here. After all these shows, I get to give the response. And the answer everyone was looking for, Dogecoin. Dogecoin.
Wow.
I don't know what they meant by I orbit close, but I'm not a planet. But a visionary's dream, you'll never forget it. And by tweets and memes, he was talking about that in that video we ran. Yeah, I was just tweeting since memes. That's why I like Dogecoin. He said, my value is seen. See, what am I in the tech world scene? Dogecoin. No?
Okay. I mean, it is what it is, but I just,
you don't appreciate it?
No.
That's fair enough. All right.
But it is what it is. Everything's not for me. Everything's not for me to see. And I'm here to witness when I don't understand or understand, or, and it is what it is. And we expand because that's growth.
100%. There are no L's unless you don't learn from it. All right, and then next week, if we're not able to wrangle a special guest for you guys, we'll be unpacking Ronald Reagan. No, I'm just joking. Donald Trump. Who is Donald Trump? Oh, we're going to unpack that. We're going to peel behind as many layers as we can because, Secret Service and the spooks have cleaned up about much of anything. But you and I, we have a algorithm. We have a quantum computer in our brain, and we've lived and experienced a lot of this, which is why we do the show.
We moving, improving, doing what we doing, and grooving. They gonna understand us and hear what we saying.
100%. And if you want to discuss sports and politics, pop up on Mouthpiece Included on Sunday. We always go live. All are welcome. We got some great stuff lined up for you. But if you do pull up, what?
You better make sure and be pure that you bring your mouthpiece, because you can get your teeth knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, did you hear that, Eddie Haskell? Did you hear that, Eddie Haskell?
There we go with the F-use. Okay, my bad.
It happens. All right. Let's see here. It happens here, fella. All right. Now, this brings me back to my personal favorite part of the whole shebang. And that's going to be Karen, Wordsmith's final words out there. What the hell? How's that volume? There it is.
Turn up a little bit.
All right.
It's a lesson that's been learned. It's been values that have really been turned. And it causes me so much concern. There is the South Africans, considered African American. In a scary way. They have more prestigious place than the indigenous American they want to replace. It's crazy because they just salacious, thinking they can mess with us. Nigga talk shit, get turned from ashes to dust, thinking that they are the one to hold us in this subordinate position. But I know that we grow more than nuclear fission, bringing the energy, way more of the symmetry. And all don't even know to believe in we. You all look like let's go, let's grow. Let's excite the whole simulation and take it to a place where they think it's from an alien nation. And it's just us. And the creator and the control we trust. We look like us, It's the first land lifted above the flood. So they say. North America, where we display our lineage, Choctaw, Cherokee, Blackfoot. No, y'all daring me. Navajo. Never no hoes. Narragansett. What we expose. Y'all chose to listen to the narrative. We came from a slave ship. Show me a slave ship. They talk about the last one was a log they found in a fucking creek. We are here. We are for all of you to feel what I speak. This is our land. We are indigenous to this planet. Get past the indoctrination. Get past programming they placing. Choctaw, Cherokee, Blackfoot. Y'all know that's me. Just know that's everybody that I've ever been touched by, that I've ever touched. And I know we go as such. I tell you to be. Love y'all. Words.
Words. Words. Big ups. Ancestral Echoes. Midwest Festivals. Gem Recoveries. Those are the sponsors. Those are the sponsors. Big up. Kai Zodiac. Man, know thyself. Man.
Do you think you are the one? Honestly, I don't know. You know what that means? It's Latin. Means know
Thyself. Bullets or boomerangs.
Stand your ground.
Murder is suicide.
Yeah. Eye for an eye.
Silence is violence.
Stand your ground.
So if you see something, say something.
Man. Violence. Yeah,
Slave.
Violence.
Facts. Slave theory. Greed plus ego over fear. That's slavery.
You gotta do what you gotta do and have freedom. That's freedom.
That's right. Charity and humility times love is freedom. and do not answer questions.
But from the spirit, you better question everything.
Fear is cap, man. It's an illusion.
Yeah, man. Practice love.
That's right. And forgiveness is love's highest vibration.
So do something charitable for a so-called enemy and end the beef.
That's right. Go buy your ops a switch. Healthy people. Heal thy people.
One thing I've observed is that hurt people, a lot of tribes try to hurt people.
Free Larry Hoover, man. Free Larry Hoover.
Free Jeff Floyd, man.
Free all the guys.
Prison is slavery.
Be yeah. Walk on water.
Use your power to move mountains.
Move a mountain, bro? How we gonna do that?
They say all we need is the faith of a mustard seed. But if what we know we trying to do won't happen in this simulation, bro. That shit, I know it ain't happening in one accord.
No one can tell you you're in love. You just know it.
That joint is getting
through.
shorter, bro,
Balls
every
to
week.
bone.
That's intention.
Attention. Gratitude. Joy. Love. Big ups to all the nonverbals out there.
They help us move everything.
Oh, yeah. Karen, can you kill it? Going on here, Karen.
Be nonverbal.